The Goon Squad has somewhat assembled. As you can tell, we are a goon short of a Happy Meal. Hi, welcome to My Brother's an Idiot. Yes, it's the #1 podcast in the world for 5 whole people. And we are sorry to announce that our dearest niece, the dipshit, MJ herself, is not feeling well. So she is just going to rest up, and we will not hear her dulcet tones on the podcast this evening. So you're stuck with me and my brother, the idiot. Mark, what is up?
Yes, the voice of God will not be joining us. Very sad. Mayhaps had too much smoked turkey yesterday. Mayhaps had too much smoked gravy for smoked turkey.
I'm not sure if that's a thing. I don't know if that is something that you can actually do.
Listen, I got home yesterday, and not only did we have the leftovers that we came with us here, but the Duchess actually went to her sister's, and her sister hooked me up with an entire Thanksgiving spread as well. So I'm on like 5 meals in a row of turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and I am not complaining about it at all. It's a wonderful thing.
Nor should you. Nor should you. All right. Well, it's going to be short and sweet. Let's get right into it, and we'll just jump right into Pew Pew Pick'em. Well, I will be playing the role of 2 different people. Take it away.
Yes. So we have got the Pew Pew Pick'em. We're in progress for the week. We actually have 4 games played to fruition already. If you are joining us live, it is Friday night. If you're not, it is Friday night, which means there are 4 games already done on the NFL docket. We had 3 yesterday for Turkey Day, and we had 1 yesterday as well, or 1 today as well. And you guys both lost that one.
Oh, yeah.
So not off to a rousing start, but we will start after the Friday games. We're going to get right into the Sunday slate of games. Sunday. And the first game on the docket, wouldn't you know it, is the New Orleans Saints going down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are at home and favored by 5.5 points. 41.5 is the over-under in this game. Matt, what do you think about this one?
Well, the Saints are a dumpster fire. They're definitely in contention for worst team in the league. Tyler Shuck is not the answer. Dolphins, it's tough to get a read on what they're doing. You know, we are on record as having great amounts of love for Mike McDaniel. However, I still thinking he's probably going to get fired at the end of the year, but they're playing decent football. I mean, they knocked off the Bills. What can you say? I think that the 5.5 here is about right. Give me the Dolphins to cover, and I'm taking the under because I don't think the Saints can score.
What did Dipshit have to say about this one?
Dipshit is aligned. She is also taking the Dolphins and the under.
Sweet. Well, there you go. Next game on the docket is in Indianapolis, where the Colts play. They will be welcoming in the Houston Texans. This game could be a lot of fun. This is a 4-point spread in favor of the home team, the Indianapolis Colts. The over-under in this one is 44.5. You guys differ on this one. Tell me about your picks.
Well, the story in this game is all kind of come down to quarterbacks. Hey, Neil, how are you? Good to see you, bud. So CJ Stroud is back. They're going to get a lift there. And I don't know if you've seen this report yet. I just saw it today. But apparently, Danny Dimes has a fracture in a leg and is having a really hard time moving around the practice field today.
Not vanilla.
Yeah. So that line is now 3.5 points, according to covers.com. It's this one's a weird one. Yeah, BetMGM's got it at 3.5. I before the news about the quarterbacks, I still like the Texans in this game. I think the Colts are coming down to earth a little bit. The Texans like to play division games. They're really good in division. So I'm taking the Texans to cover the line, and I'm taking the over. Dipshit has gone the exact opposite, and she's taking the Colts to cover with the under. And to be clear, that was my pick before the news about Dimes dropped as well. So I feel even more strongly about it.
Neil has switched over to YouTube.
There you go.
There we go. Awesome. Well, let's talk about the next game on the docket because we have
have to? Gross.
Because we have to. And that is the Falcons and Jets. This one happens in New Jersey because there is not a football team that plays in New York City. They play in New Jersey. The Jets are dogs by 2.5 points in this one. The over-under is the lowest of the week at 39.5. What do you guys think about this one?
I hate this game so much. It means little. Both of these teams are not very good. You're getting just getting Kirk Cousins the rest of the season because Michael Penix is out for the year for the Falcons. It's still Tyrod time in New York. They've got some talent, but they're just not very good. Aaron Glenn's doing everything he can to hold that thing together. That said, I do like the Falcons to cover here with the over, and MJ also is picking the Burbs to cover with the over. I think that number is a little bit too low.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But I don't trust Atlanta very much, right?
No.
Haven't for years. Anyways, let's carry on to the next one. And this one takes place in the great state of Ohio, which is the capital of brain rot, USA. This one's in Cleveland, where they welcome in the 49ers from Santa Clara. The Browns are 6 points home dogs, which is not the biggest home dog of the year or of the week. 44 is the total in this one. Tell me what you guys think about the Browns. Yeah.
Well, I'll say it again. I said at the beginning of the year, I think Shadur is going to get 5 starts, and he's certainly on pace to do that as long as he continues to play decently well. He looks better than Dylan Gabriel does. Dylan Gabriel is just not an NFL quarterback, and I'm not sure what Stefanski's doing, but the best quarterback on that team is Sanders, far and away. So let's just put that to bed, Kevin, and figure that out. I don't know what to make of the 49ers. They should have won that game going away last week, but Purdy throwing this ball to the other team as many times as he did. They still have a really good defense. The Browns have a really good defense. I think you absolutely smash the under in this game. But I do like the Niners to cover the number here on the road in Ohio.
Looks like MJ kind of thinks the same way.
Yeah, except she's taking the under. Or she's taking the over. I took the under. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see about that one. We did talk about home dogs, and this is the biggest one of the week, this next game. This is the Los Angeles Rams with their MVP candidate that Michaela loves, Matt Stafford. And they're going on the road to Carolina to take on the Panthers, and they are 10.5-point favorites on the road in Carolina. Spread in this one is 45.5 games. What do you think about this?
The Rams traveling across the country, you know how I feel about West Coast teams going to the East Coast and vice versa. 10.5 is a big number. Bryce has been playing well. That team looks like it's starting to turn a corner. It's obviously too late for this season, but things next year are looking up. I do think the Panthers are going to lose this game. That the Rams are just simply on fire. I think 10.5 is too much. So I'm taking the Panthers to lose here, but I do believe they will cover, and I am taking the under on this game. MJ just picked the Rams by 100.
Yeah, there's some biases there, right? Like
yes.
Yeah, she's still got that super creepy Brian Hoyer Twitch profile picture.
Yeah, and here, let's just take a quick second and talk about what we're actually seeing out of Matt Stafford. I intended to do a deep dive into this, but I can't remember a 37-year-old being what's probably going to be the MVP of the league. I don't remember this ever happening with someone at his advanced age, mostly because, number one, they don't play that long. Two, a quarterback who's played that long, who's a starting quarterback, is getting paid, and so they don't have enough money to spread around to everybody else. You seeing what happened in what's going on in Kansas City. They're going to go through that here the next couple of years with the way the money is. But it's just outstanding that a guy who we thought may not even play this season because he had a back is the MVP of the league. And I think it's outstanding.
No, I'm with you on that one. And Michaela agrees. That is her beloved.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Let's talk about some more terrible football, and we're sorry. There's a few of them in a row. The Jaguars are going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Yes, we have to talk about this game. The Titans are 7-point home dogs in this one. 42 is the over-under in this one. Go ahead.
I did have the Titans to cover as a dog last week, and that actually happened because they seem to play close games, but the defense is not as good. They do have a good front four, but the Jags have something to play for. That division is certainly in play. Trevor is playing okay. The offense is playing okay. And offensively, Tennessee is just a mess. I don't know if Cam Ward's the guy or not, or if he's just being failed by an organization. I do have the Jags to cover here. I think that the Titans can score a few points, so I'm taking the over here. MJ has gone the other way on the number, but she's also picking the Jags, but she's taking the under.
Yeah, she said we don't have to talk about it, but we have to because that's the bit. That's the bit.
Yes,
so
that's the bit.
Whether or not we want to or not, we still have to talk about it. Let's talk about another interesting game, or maybe not so much. This is the Cardinals and Buccaneers. This one happens in Tampa Bay, Florida, where the Buccaneers are playing a home game and favored by 3 at home. 44 is the over-under in this one. What do you think about this game?
The Cardinals score. They are really good at that. Jacoby's playing decently well, just fresh off of his record-setting performance and pass attempts a couple of weeks ago. Baker looked like he was dinged. He's got an AC joint, but it's his off throwing shoulder, his left, not his right. So he is looking to play. I suspect that he will. I do like the Bucs to cover the 3 here. Both these teams can score. I think 44 is too low. Give me the over here. MJ is also picking the Buccaneers, but she's going the opposite way again on the number and picking the under.
Holy cow, this next game, if you would have told me about it at the beginning of the year, I would have been like, this has to be, the spread is just not good. The spread is just skewed in the wrong direction. And you can see the trajectory of both of these teams just mostly because of injury. But let's talk about it anyways. This is the Minnesota Vikings, and they're staying in the northern half of the country, but they are moving west to Seattle, where the Sea Chickens play, and the Seahawks are welcoming them in. And this is the biggest home spread of the week. The Seahawks are favored by 12 in this one. The over-under is 41. Take it away, King Good.
I'm actually getting an update right now on Jackson Smith-Njigba, who left. I believe he got hurt in the game last week, and I don't see any new updates whether or not he's going or not. But he is out of Ohio State, just a fantastic receiver. Darnold is playing pretty well. Problem is with Minnesota is we are getting dangerously close to early Sam Darnold territory with JJ McCarthy. He has come out and made some comments about mechanics, and he didn't quite say seeing ghosts, but I think that part's there. He just doesn't seem comfortable back there, and I don't know if he's the answer. The rumblings about handoff merchants have started again in the punditry circles. The Vikings are just not a good team right now. I do like the Hawks to cover this one. They do have a good 2-pronged rushing attack with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, take your pick. Jackson Smith-Njigba is a legit wide receiver 1 in this league. They're also very good on defense. Kevin McConnell's a really good defensive coach. So give me the Hawks to cover here. I'm going to take the under because they, like I said, that defense, and I don't know that Minnesota is going to be able to score a whole lot.
All right. Next
and
game on the
MJ took the over, but she also has the Hawks covering. So we're bass backwards on the number again. This will be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the scores. We'll actually have a little bit of separation.
Yeah, we've got some half points.
Some half points, some halfers, some little guys, some fractions, some decimal points, if you will, tenths of a percentage. So we'll take on the next game, and this one is happening in Pittsburgh, where Michaela's favorite team plays. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. She loves the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is her favorite team of all time. She is not here to defend herself, so I'm waiting for the comments. I can hear the keyboard tapping from here. They are welcoming in the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills come in as a 4-point favorite on the road. 46.5 is the favorite, or the over-under in this one. You guys both picked the same thing. Tell me more about it.
I don't like this game. I don't like it for a few reasons. One, we've got another quarterback with a broken bone. Rodgers has a fractured wrist, so we'll see how long that lasts. They're just not a very entertaining team to watch. The Bills are fighting for their lives. I'm not sure what the hell's going on up there. And I saw my stomach hurt worse. If you're listening to us, the dipshit has commented that made my stumby hurt worse. How dare you? That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
You should feel great sadness, Mark, for what you've done to our poor niece.
I know.
Yeah, but the Bills are fighting for their lives, and I'm seeing on social media there are some rumblings from fans that maybe McDermott should not be the guy anymore, which is kind of wild to me. But they do have a ton of talent offensively and defensively, and they're just slightly above average this year. They're definitely in trouble in terms of the division race. Last I checked, I do believe they still are the number 7 team. They might be the number 8 in the playoff picture. Steelers, like I said, they're just not entertaining. We both take the Bills here. We both think they're going to cover, and we both are taking the over.
Yes, I agree. The McDermott talk always seems to heat up this time of year, or at least it has the last 3 or 4 years. He's always on the chopping block this time of year. Something about having Josh Allen and just floundering every year. It's finally starting to catch up to him and get to the national level. But a lot of those fans in Buffalo, have you seen the comparisons to Osama bin Laden?
No.
They've been talking about that for a while in Buffalo, and he actually makes airplane jokes at least once or twice a year just to dig into the meme.
Okay.
Because he's aware of it. Yes, exactly. But so they align him with terrorism for some reason. Anyways, let's talk about the next game on the docket, which is also a terrorist attack. This one is an AFC West showdown in Los Angeles, where the Chargers are welcoming in the Raiders from Las Vegas. This one is a 10-point spread in the favor of the Los Angeles Chargers. 41 points is the over-under in this one. What do you think about this one, Matt?
2 major names in coaching with the last name of Kelly both got fired this week. Brian Kelly in LSU and Chip Kelly in Las Vegas. I don't know if you got to see or hear anything about the press conference where Pete Carroll just savaged his former offensive coordinator and said, I was hearing that he was calling plays wrong and the motions were incorrect and not putting Geno in the right. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that from any head coach, let alone one with the stature and standing that Pete Carroll has. All just goes to show you that the Raiders are the other team that are fighting for worst in the league. They've got a fantastic tight end. They've got a really good running back. They've got an all-world defensive player in Max Crosby. They just can't seem to put it together. Chargers, I don't think they're going to Charger this game. We both have the Chargers covering this number at 10. I think they'll score enough points. We are taking the under here. Here's the problem with the Chargers, and it's a Jim Harbaugh problem in general. I don't know if you're familiar with Mike Sanford, the current legend. Valor head coach, was the offensive coordinator and interim head coach at CU before Prime. Really good offensive mind. Has been in a bunch of different places, but he did coach with Harbaugh in Stanford. And he said this week. Jim Harbaugh is an old school physicality coach, and his practices are hard. His practices are physical, and he believes that, building up that callus makes you a better football player. Well, the problem is with the size of these guys and the length of these seasons and the way they train, they start to break down, and we're starting to see that. Now, they are going to get probably Omarion Hampton back this week. They did, I think, activate him yesterday. I tell you what, if they charge her this one away, I'll be shocked. I will laugh, but I'll be shocked. But I don't see them not covering 10 points here.
What does Dipshit think?
Same. Chargers
Same.
cover under. Yep.
Same. Yeah, the Pete Carroll thing is weird where he's like, I heard that he was doing this and doing that. Like, aren't you on the headset too?
Yeah,
and I know Pete's
that's
not
the
on
thing.
the headset very much, but like that just told me that he was a little bit out of touch with what was going on his team. And I'm like, there's some disconnect there.
Well, and Pete's a defensive guy. So I would get it if he wasn't in on the play call, right? He's not, that's not his playbook. It's never been his playbook. So I would understand if he's not in the actual play calling. He's kind of that CEO coach,
right?
That leans defensive. But so I get that part of it, right? I don't think that's super weird. He's probably on a headset talking to his, defensive backs coach and his linebackers coaches and other things rather than listening to play call. So, but the tenor of that press conference was very unusual.
Yes.
To say the least.
It was strange. And to me, when Pete was going through that, it just seemed like he wasn't as CEO-ish as he had been at, USC or in Seattle even. It seems like his head's not in the game as much as it was. Whether or not that's age or if he just doesn't care as much, I don't know, but kind of a dead giveaway.
They're going to have to pay Chip Kelly another $50 million. That's what it sounds like. So good
hilarious.
Work if you can get it. Yeah.
Hilarious. Well, let's talk about the Monday night game. And this one's going to suck too. This one's in New England. This is the New Jersey Giants going into New England to take on the Patriots. The Patriots are currently a 7.5 point favorite at home. 45 is the over-under in this one. Take it away, King Goon.
Sounds like Jackson Dart is going to play, which means the second best quarterback on the team is going to get the start. I still don't know why they're not going with Jameis. Jameis had his game last week. Yes, they lost, but man, was that fun and entertaining. That reception for a touchdown and the spin move is just a thing of absolute beauty. Yeah, Jameis needs to play another 20 years. The league needs Jameis Winston in its life, one way, shape, or form. Patriots are really good. Drake May is also in the conversation for MVP. Vrabel's done an outstanding job. They're doing it with not no names, but not a huge amount of talent on the roster as compared to some of the other rosters in the league that are outperforming expectations. This is going to be an easy win for the Pats. 7.5 is not enough. And I don't think that they'll be able to combine to score 45 points between the two of them unless the Pats do it on their own, because I don't think the Giants will score a lot. I'm taking the Pats to cover in the under. MJ is also taking the under, but she's going with the Giant on the road.
Hopefully that has something to do with the size of the spread and not the quality of the teams, which I'm assuming it does.
Perhaps.
Let's go back in time now, shall we? Because we talked about the Monday night game, but we forgot a game. We didn't forget it. We always skip it and take it at the end. We didn't talk about them last week because they couldn't hurt us because they were on a bye. Let's talk about your team and my team. Let's talk about the Denver Broncos, who are going on the road to Washington to take on the Commanders. The Commanders are 5.5 point home dogs in this one. This is a 43.5 point spread. Tell me what Michaela thinks, because there's some full Delulu there, and then get me into what you're breaking down here.
She is going Broncos by 300. Hopefully that's not the Spartan 300. It's just the 300. So we'll see how that all plays out. I have a feeling it's probably not going to be that. I'm guessing probably not.
Could be.
Don't know for sure. I mean, could be. We'll see. Couple things going on in Washington. One, it's going to be Marcus Mariota. We know that. They have ruled out Jaden Daniels again this week. It's the oldest defense in the league, too. And this one kind of flew under the radar, and I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger deal around here locally. But Stanford just hired a new head coach. They hired the quarterback's coach out of Washington. I don't remember the cat's name, but he is the quarterback's coach. That's going to mean something. It may not mean something in this game, but I think down the road when you're watching Washington and what they can do when Jaden actually comes back, because typically your quarterback coach is the best friend of the quarterback. Marcus Mariota's good. He's a perfectly cromulent NFL second string quarterback. We are going to get to see some Von Miller, so that will be fun. And it's going to be kind of sloppy. There is allegedly some weather rolling in. Could be some rain, could be some trash. Who knows how that's all going to work in terms of precipitation, but I do like the Broncos to cover the 5.5 this week. Give me more than a 1-score game, please, Sean. And I also am taking the under here because that defense is just too flipping good. Give me 43.5. I think it's too much.
I would love for this game to just not be in contention the whole time. It'd be nice. Come off of the bye and just not have to worry about it.
I'd like a little bit of comfortability. Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah. Just beat them soundly, like a sound victory. We haven't had one of those in a while.
10 points. A 10-point win. I'll take that. Yeah. That would be nice. That's it. This is a game you should win by 10 points.
I agree. That would be awfully nice if the Broncos would just do that for us. Just give us a break.
Yeah.
Just take it easy on our hearts.
Right. Doesn't get any easier coming up either.
No, it doesn't. So give us one easy. Give us a gimme while we can.
Correct.
I'll let you hammer at this one if you want to.
Can't complete that much. Throwing 1-yard lost screen passes all game. Okay, so I get the sentiment, right? I understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
This team treats 1-yard screen passes like running plays, and they do it to spread the ball out and change eye level and, run some eye candy on the front side and the back side with motions. I'm not a giant fan of it either. But you have to admit that when Marvin Mims is in the game, those screen passes mean just a little bit more. And I think we're going to see some of that. I don't think you're going to see much to the running backs this week. More on that in a minute. In terms of the passing game, because of the loss of JK, and now we're down to Tyler and Jaleel and RJ. I don't really necessarily trust their hands so much. Tyler hasn't been able to catch the ball at all this year. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but Marvin Mims fully healthy, another week of rest. I really like the screen game with Marvin, especially again, it's the oldest defense in the league. Spread them out, run them sideline to sideline, and just pound the rock at him. And I think that's the order of the day here. I don't think it's going to be a huge day for Bo, unless he, magically throws 4 5-yard touchdowns. I don't suspect the deep game is going to be a big part of the game plan, especially with weather.
Well, there you go, and that is Pew Pew Pick'em. So there you go.
All right. Well, let's roll into the King's Cash bonus bets. Let's recap last week. So after my 0-5, Danny Pavelchik. Ooh, Mimsy with the call out from Danny Pavelchik. Who's Danny Pavelchik?
I don't know.
Oh, we've got a new engaged person. Hello. That's awesome. But anyway, after my 0-5 2 weeks ago, I didn't do a whole lot better last week. I gave you Jordan Love over 10.5 and Shedeur over 16.5 rushing yards and attempts respectively. Those are the only two that hit. Jonathan Taylor, for whatever reason, the Colts just quit handing the ball off to the best running back in the league and lost the game. Good job, idiots. Trevor Lawrence threw 18 completions, not 19. I needed the 19th. Trey McBride did not score. And McMillan did not get 63.5 yards because that was a stupid football game between the Cats and the Niners. So 2-5 last week. Let's see how this week looks. It's not starting off great. That's me.
It's
idiot.
dipshit.
Oh, it's dipshit. She just moved. Got it. Never mind. It's dipshit. Hi, dipshit. I'm all excited. You could have just played it off. That'd been fine. Of the 3 games yesterday, I had 3 bonus bets. First was the Amon-Ra anytime touchdown. Well, he got hurt early, so that took that off the board. Yay. I did have CD going over 74.5 yards. He cleaned that clock, went over 100. I thought Joe Burrow was going to throw a pick for sure. He did not. Good for you, Joe Burrow. You beat the Ravens. Didn't see that coming at all. So after yesterday, I am 1-2. I do have, and I did mention the rushing game in Cleveland. I do have Judkins getting over 6.5 receiving yards. They're going to try to, again, spread this out, slow the game down, treat the screen game like runs. And I can see Judkins catching either a dump off and going for 10 or a screen and going for 7. And that's all I need. Just one of those plays, and that bet will hit. Trey Tucker in Las Vegas against a depleted Charger secondary that really isn't all that great. Over 37.5 yards receiving. Geno is certainly good enough to be able to complete balls, and they're going to focus all their attention on Bowers, so that'll open some up for Trey Tucker. And the big one, we all know, again, J.K. Dobbins is out. This is going to be a run-heavy attack from Denver on Sunday night. I've got R.J. Harvey over 47.5 yards rushing. All of those numbers can be found on BetMGM.
Fantastic. And that's the King's Cash, which is a bonus segment we just started in addition to Pew Pew Pick'em.
All right. King Cash bonus bets.
Love it.
If the trends are holding, I should hit, all 3 of them. And then I will be positive. After 0-5 and 2-4, it's got to be, give me 2 of them and I'll go 3-3, right? I mean, let's just get, let's just get no net loss. Let's just do that.
Fade. If you're winning 50% of your bets, you're making money.
Right. Exactly.
That's how the pros do it.
That's
supposedly.
Right. Allegedly. That's how Vegas does it. They're not there to
that's right. That's what I'm saying.
On one side or the other. They just want, they just want the action. That's all I want. Is the action.
Right.
That's also a good call out by Neil. PS2 is indeed back. He will be playing with a harness on the torn pec. 4 weeks off, didn't have to put him on IR. If they'd put him on IR, the bye week wouldn't have counted. He would have had to have missed this game, but he is coming back for this one. So look for PS2 against Debo all day long. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
That'll be fun.
Right.
Watch those 2 dudes beat the crap out of each other for 60 minutes.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're not going to talk about anything else. Short and sweet and to the point. I think we're both still turkey comatose. Nuggets are up by 13 over San Antonio. So good job by those guys. I don't know if you saw this, Mark. This is the best thing I saw today. New Mexico, the Lobos, have a pretty good football team this year. Knocked off San Diego State at home in double overtime to put themselves in position to go to the Mountain West title game for the first time. There's going to be some math and some numbers and some computers that have to happen. And I think UNLV still has to play, which will impact some of those calculations. But first time they've been undefeated at home in the last 30 years. And I think it's the biggest win for the Lobos at home since probably 93 when they beat number 4 Utah at home. I was actually at that game. I remember rushed at the one field I charged that field. That was an awesome day. So it's a big game, big win for them. Coach Eck has done a fantastic job. So super proud of the Lobos. Everyone's a Lobo. Woof, woof, woof. Arf. All right. Final thoughts. Talk about the things. Mark, take it away.
Dipshit would like us to make sure that everyone is checking into the F1 race this weekend. The championship is going on right now, and it's roughly a 3-man race at this point, and it's anybody's contest, and it's a lot of fun. So check out the F1 this weekend. Baseball hot stove is starting to the stove is hot at this point. And the Red Sox got Sonny Gray, if you guys haven't seen that yet. Sonny Gray, who's been hiding in the Cardinals organization for several years, former Cy Young winner, is now a Red Sox. That was a sneaky good victory that they got, and they traded away a guy who was their 5th starter to start the year last year. So they're in Qatar. They're in a Qatar. That's where the F1 is. But yeah, baseball hot stove is a lot of fun. F1, check that shit out. Good stuff, college and pro football, and go Nuggets.
Go Nugs. I don't know if you know this yet, Mark, or if you I don't know the exact number, but in Denver professional sports, the big 3, right? Denver teams are like 52-1 in regulation. Isn't that just ridiculous? 52-1, maybe 52-2 after the Chicago loss,
Right.
with the Nugs. But I mean, that's just stupid.
That's silly.
I hope that if you're a fan of anything Denver, you're enjoying what you're watching right now, especially with Nikola apparently has gone Super Saiyan and has gone completely, absolutely nuts. And everyone is like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's all over social media. Even LeBron is like, as a fan of basketball, if you're not watching this guy, you need to be, which, you all know my thoughts about LeBron James, but he will, when he's talking about other players, tend to shoot it a little bit straight. So I do respect him for that. And Windhorst has been on this thing for like 2 years. Windhorst, like, he's doing stuff that no one's done ever. And I'm here for it. Let's go. All of them, all the way. Let's get a triple parade. I'm here for the triple parade. Right. All right.
One
So
in
for
February, one in June, and one in May, and one in June.
Yeah, they both
June.
would be in June. One early, one late, I think. Yeah, it's because the Rockies are playing. We know, Neil.
Hey,
We know that.
Neil, the Rockies haven't lost yet in November.
Yeah, they haven't lost.
So
the Rockies are undefeated in November.
Power of positive thinking, my friend. The Rockies have not lost.
Unless you count hiring Warren Schaefer as your manager.
I do, but I do count that as a loss.
But yeah.
I counted the Moneyball guy as a loss too, but it's all funny to me at this point.
So enjoy watching sports. It's a great time of year. For the absent Muti, we love you, Muti.
Muti.
And for the dipshit who's chimed in on occasion, we hope you feel better. Rest up. You need to be at full strength for football, right?
Yes.
For my brother, the idiot, I am the king. Make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. This has been My Brother's an Idiot. We'll catch you next time. See ya.